What's good, everybody? What's good, world? It's your girl, Luddie Saint, and this is Thuggin' It with Crazyhouse Productions.
Luddie Saint,
Let's get it.
Culture Music Record. Walk with me and get stepped on, bitch.
What's good? It's your girl, Luddie Saint here, and I'm sitting here cooling in and kicking it with Crazyhouse Productions. And right now, this is a few questions about me. Let's get into it! Yay! Alright, a few questions about myself before we start. My name is Luddie Saint. I started rapping probably since, alright, I get the question. Okay, so I've been rapping since, professionally, like recording and producing and producing music since I was 16, but I've been rapping since I was like 5, maybe younger. I've always wanted to do music. Music has always been something that's just in me personally. Like, I love music. I love to express myself through music, and I like to help people through music. I like to make music that make them feel good. I mean, I like to make music that remind them of some stuff sometimes. Like, I like to make music that get them crunk, get them lit, or get them in the mood. I like making music for society, man. I'm all about the cultures, So yeah, a little something about myself. What? A couple ideas that I had was just this shirt in general. Like, this is my own brand. You feel me? I kind of like to make clothes. I ain't gonna say kind of. I do. I like to make clothes. I have ideas. On my own label, on my own brand, on my own clothing line. My interest about people. What irritates me about people has to be something that irritates me about myself too sometimes. Excuses. Like, we make a lot of excuses in life about why we not doing what we love to do. I'm 22 years old, from Fort Myers, Florida, so I do see a lot of talented people who waste their talents. I see a lot of smart people who waste their smarts. I see a lot of just people in general who waste the gifts that God has blessed them and allowed them to have. God blesses everybody. It's up to you to see, see it in yourself and believe that God can transform your life and turn your life around. You just gotta believe that He'll take and help you plant that seed, water it, take care of it until it grows into a strong, tall tree. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be excuses. It ain't the right time. It ain't the right moment. What? I gotta chase that bag. Some people rather work a 9 to 5. Hey, I got a job. I punch the clock. You feel me? And I also make music because this is my dream. I make clothes because that's my dream. Like, music, just inspiring people to do more. Inspiring people like me, where I come from, to do more. Like, bro, you can just invest into yourself. Believe you're gonna have so many down days, bro. You're gonna have a lot of days where you feel like you're failing in life. A lot of days where you feel like you're not even blowing, like you're not going up, like you're not achieving, you're not doing, what you should be doing, or you're not at a level of where you should be at. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have a lot of those moments, bro. You're gonna cry a lot, look in the mirror, yell, scream, but like, the greatest reward is seeing it through, not giving up and making it to the other side, and then seeing how what you and God created turns out. Because that's just like, you know what I'm saying, people who say like, oh, why you ain't rich yet? For instance, why you not rich or why you not famous? There's no reason to do that, and you're not making money right away. I mean, when you punch a clock, you're not making money right away. You don't go to work and then get a check right away. When you, even if you're doing stuff outside of working a 9 to 5, getting bread, bro. Even if you make your first $20, you can't spend that because then you're gonna be back broke. You know what I'm saying? So either way it go, the money that you're trying to grasp, to achieve, the goal is never given to you right away. You know what I'm saying? So what's the purpose anyway? You feel me? You might as well go grind and do something. Let me see next question. What was the most successful situation you have faced? The most successful situation I have faced in life had to be graduating high school first, because a lot of people told me I wasn't gonna graduate. Technically speaking, I was considered and a high school dropout because I had went to jail and all that other stuff had happened to my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? One thing about me, when I was 18, I had got arrested and caught with drugs at school, and that I'm gonna say it ruined my life. I've been on probation for 6 years. I'm still on probation for it, but it ain't stopped me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't stopped me. You know, so, and I ain't gonna let it stop me. You know what I'm saying? So my slogan is BFGC: be free, get creative. As long as I ain't in a cell or dead, I'm gonna continue to do me. I'm gonna be free and get creative. I'm gonna get that bread any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I found myself through that situation. I figured out who I was through that situation, and I was like, you know what? God, give me a second chance to really be out here in this world and do what I gotta do, bro. I'm gonna do it. Not only will I bring myself up, I'm gonna bring people around me. So when I got out and I had, you know what I'm saying, I lost faith, I lost hope. I didn't really care about stuff a lot, but my mom was always in my ear, you know what I'm saying, and I really wanted to get my diploma for her. If I didn't get it for myself, I got it for her. Like, she can say her child walked across the stage, you know what I'm saying, her kid did that, you know, and I could say it too. So that was my biggest successful moment in life. That was like that first moment I really made my mama proud, you know what I'm saying. So then, like, but for like, as far as life goals and like success wise, my first show, going to my first show and performing in front of my first crowd, that was my most successful moment. Once I shook them, like, I stood tall, faced my fears, and yeah, I came on nervous a little bit, you know what I'm saying, but I really shook them nerves off and I got over it. And I done been on stage about 4 to 5 times now, and performed at least 10 times. So I'm pretty good at that, you know what I'm saying. I'm proud of that. That's my proudest moment. That's like that step into my world. Like, I'm an artist. Like, I'm not no rapper, I ain't no singer, I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying. So can't just be a studio artist always in the studio. Can't be a clubbing artist, you in the club but you're not making no motion. You're not, you know what I'm saying, you're not networking, you feel me. You gotta really get that motion in, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, next question. Let's see. Hold on. What's the next question? What are your long-term goals and career plans? Great question. So let's break this down. It's really a 2-part question. We're gonna start with what are my long-term goals. My long-term goals, I have 5 long-term goals to achieve before I'm 25. I'm 22. I plan on doing this in the progression of the next 3 years. So it's very simple for me. First, to push, build, and promote my brand. Not just Luddie Saint, which is me as an artist, but CM Art, my label, and promote other artists as well. So in that turmoil, in the next 3 to 5 years, I plan to have this is a goal. So my goal is to have been achieved over, we're gonna call it over about we gonna in the next over 3 to 5 years, over 300,000 to 500,000 plays, streams, whatever you want to call them. Plays and streams, just call it the same thing, but give it two different titles. Subscribers, followers, support system in general. To bring more people to my team, to bring more people to my story, bring more people to what I'm doing on this side, because I'm not just doing it for me. I'm helping other artists as well, and I do everything myself. I provide the cameras, I provide the studio, I provide everything. You know what I'm saying? Before the car accident where somebody hit my car and totaled my car and I can't drive it anymore, I was the person making sure everybody was at shows, making sure everything was everything, you know what I'm saying? Making sure music videos got shot and everything was good. I'm still gonna always be that person. Now, that's a lot of stress, but not really. When you wanna own your own business and you wanna own your own in life, like, you gotta just, you feel me? Roll with the punches. It's good and bad to being a CEO, to being a business owner. The business owners you see today didn't wake up billionaires and millionaires. They woke up with headaches, tired, frustrated most of the time, most of the days. But it's always good to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you grind, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm grind for those 3 to 5 years, bring up my plays, 300,000. That's my goal, 300,000 plays. 300,000 plays, 300,000 or more bigger fan support, you know what I'm saying? Support group, support system, there we go. And then the second one, long-term goal, is to let's go with that one. So bring those up, but keep it, be able to sustain it for, consistently be able to sustain that for not just up to those 3 to 5 years, but even past. So the goal is in the next 3 to 5 years to be able to look and go, okay, I've accumulated this much support, this much stream, this much, plays, this much watch time, whatever the case may be. I've gained that. But the goal is to sustain it too, though. Now, the second one is to be able to sustain and market and push my clothing brand. My clothing brand is Culture Music Records Clothing, or CMR Clothing. I don't say the whole thing, I just call it CMR Clothing. But the goal with that is to bring my swag, my charisma, my personality to the public. I do that with music. I do it with the music videos. I do it with my YouTube skits, and I'll get into that later. But now we're talking about music. But I get into that, right? But it's to bring that up as well. I'm going to make CMR a multi-million-dollar clothing brand. It's going to be one of those clothing brands where, of course, no one believes it's going anywhere. I'm going to probably be my biggest supporter, obviously, when it comes to that. I'll probably be my biggest customer, right? Continue, obviously, that's how it goes. You have to put into yourself. You have to support yourself. You have to put that money into yourself. You have to invest into yourself, right? So, like, for instance, I invested, I got a couple shirts. I know ain't nobody right up front is gonna buy these shirts, even though my shirts are sexy, they beautiful, I get great compliments on them, but ain't nobody buying them right now. Well, how do I get people to buy? I need promotions, I need advertisement. Well, that's how it goes about. Well, I put my money into my company and I go buy shirts off my website. Well, even though I'm spending my own money, some of that percentage of what I'm spending still come back to me. So it's still a circle. Like, I'm not losing nothing. I'm not losing out on anything. So I can just gift it away. You know what I'm saying? I gift it to somebody, they wear it. But where you get that shirt from You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got it. It was a gift, but this is where you can get it from. The goal is to have a lot of that go on to where it's more. I'm gaining more revenue, right? So I'm gaining more customers, and I'm giving out less clothing. You kind of wanna swap it out. Right now, I'm giving out a lot of clothing with a little bit of customers. Well, eventually, the tables will turn because now I have enough people out here walking around with my brand on, promoting my brand, promoting the clothing, and it's not just going to like one person got a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's out there. It's out there. You can get it. Now, of course, these are limited edition shirts, but they're going to run all the way up into like through the summer because I'm going to continue to like build. My brand is not a merch. It's a brand. It's a clothing brand. Like, I'm not going to not sell this shirt, but I'm not going to continue to promote it every season either. It's going to be a bigger and better shirt, right? So the goal in that is to bring in the next 3 to 5 years more revenue and a larger audience, customer service. Obviously, is what I mean by that. Yeah, excuse that, the AC cut on. But yeah, to gain in the next 3 to 5 years, my goal is to make CMR Clothing $1 million company, as well as my shoes, because the shoes go with the shirts. Like, you know what I'm saying? I make slides to match my shirts. I don't make shirts and then don't make shoes and stuff like that. I make shoes, shirts. I'm planning to make socks, underwear, bras, the whole works. My third goal is to structure my production company. My production company was nice, you know what I'm saying? It's well built, but I need to structure it, make it a little more better, you know what I'm saying? Have it to where I have, I know a little bit more. I know a lot, but there's always more to learn. So I want to be able to have my production company to where, you know, Crazyhouse Production, to where it's almost like a whole house name, just like CMR, the label, just like Luddie saying. At the end of the day, I want everything to be a household name. Like, everybody know who it is and what it is. You feel me? That's the goal at the end of the day. So, that's really just that. My goal, but my biggest goal for my career plan, we're done with goals. So my career plans is to build a big enough portfolio to be, you know what I'm saying, build a big enough portfolio and then distribute, supply and demand, you know what I'm saying? What are other artists doing? What is the audience looking for? What is out there? Because I know who I am. I'm not going to change my sound, what I do, the music I make. But how do I get myself into those categories? You know what I'm saying? Network, not necessarily party, but go to parties where it's like other artists is there, and it's a great chance that you either can do some networking, play a couple songs, or even perform at the party, you know, like a back end. So it's always about, how do I get my face out there? How do I also make myself marketable? I make myself very marketable. I do hip hop, rap, pop, R&B, and soul. I'm all of those into one artist, right? I might make a street song, but just to explain how the streets go. I ain't gonna make no song about like killing all the other stuff, because I want to be marketable to everybody, all cultures. A lot of times we forget that there are other cultures out there listening to our music, and you know, everybody, parents, you might not listen to this, that, and the third, but you know, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you make certain type of music, you're still selling out. So it's like you make that music and you get that energy back. So I try to stay away from all that. So I won't put none of that negative energy into my career path. There are other artists that rap like that. Will I bring them into my area? No. But if it's good for business, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change my identity though. So I guess what I'm saying is learning how to maneuver properly through the industry. Like, keep on my path. You know what I'm saying? You gonna swerve because I'm human. I call myself a demigod, but I'm human. So I might swerve, but the goal is to always just stay on my path. Like, I ain't finna go all the way and then go all the way. No, just stay straight. Focus on me. Do me. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what I'm trying to do for my community, for the society, for the coaches. You know what I'm saying? How I'm bringing the coaches together. How I'm getting everybody to stand together. Because it's a common enemy, and it's a greater evil out there to fight than each other. You feel me? So. Alright. What are the qualities of a good leader? Alright. The qualities of a good leader, and I do believe I have all these qualities, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I believe, because I know for a fact God did, you know what I'm saying, through God. Like, I know. High school, you know what I'm saying, that's how I knew I was a leader, especially like JRTC, I was a platoon sergeant, you know what I'm saying? I know how to lead, but not through what you think. See, I'm very level-headed, I understand emotions, but only my emotions get the best of me when I have to make a clear-headed decision. You know what I'm saying? I know how to conduct, structure, and order a plan. Like, what I mean is, I know how to make a plan. I know how to get, you good at this, you good at this, you good at that. All right, boom. Y'all come here. Yeah, y'all three come here. I got this good plan, right? And if we do this, we do this, we do this. You know what I'm saying? Good motion. I got a good heart, but I ain't no simp. You know what I'm saying? And I can listen to others. I can listen to ideas. I'm good at co-working. And I'm not easily ran over. Like, a good leader really can't be ran over. Like, but you can't be a dictator, you know what I'm saying? Everything, it's good to have everything go your way when you know how you want it. But don't dictate to where, like, nobody else has an opinion or a say so. Then at that point, most people ain't going to really work with you. They're not going to want to follow you. And if they are following you or working with you, it's mostly just because out of fear of what you might do to them if they try to leave or whatever the case may be. They don't work with you no more, whatever the situation may be. What's the next question? What do you think What do you think would you be willing to travel for work? As an artist, you have to travel all the time. You have to be willing to travel. You have to be willing to relocate for like 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes even a month, depending on what's going on. Traveling has to be something that you are willing to do or you want to do, because as an artist, you get to travel the world. It's a beautiful thing to go to another country and to see their cultures and see how they live and to see what type of emotion you got. Like, 9 times out of 10, you're not just going to another. Like, me personally, work-wise, I'm always down to travel. Traveling on my own, per se, will be like a research thing, right? Like, imagine rolling loud and, like, for instance, with DDG, bro just did Wildin' Out in, like, Thailand and somewhere else, right? Okay. He had to fly out in his own bag, but he made a bag back. So with that being said, that's just kind of it's what come with the work though. That's like being a basketball player and being mad that you gotta go city to city every night. You know what I'm saying? So you have to want to travel. I can't say you have to be willing to want to travel, or traveling can be an option for you. You know, you have to want that. Just like to be an artist, you're gonna be broke for so dang on long. You're gonna be down for so dang
Luddie
on
Saint.
long. Most people gonna look past you for so long. So if you
Culture
really
Music
just
Record.
doing it for a certain thing, you might as well
Welcome
leave right
niggas,
now,
step
because
down.
unless
Bit.
you got love for this, unless it's something you want to do, unless it's something that you like really got, you know what I'm saying? At least something you really good at least. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really for you at that point anyway.
Oh, vibe. Oh, shawty wanna go and chill. I'm trying to eat you like some oysters, baby. No, it's real. I just wanna show you things. I just wanna please you, baby. Come and go ahead and take my hand. Let's go ahead and go spin
I hope
it, baby.
that I
Like,
answered.
1, 2, step. Tryna go and get with you. Love the way you move. Back it up with me, babe, so cool. I just wanna bring you down, girl.
Alright, guys, this has been a little about me. With Luddie Saint, Tuggin with Crazyhouse Productions. Listen to my music on SoundCloud, Luddie Saint, Luddie Saint. Follow me on Instagram, Luddie Saint _6. Follow me on Facebook, Luddie Saint. I'm low key really on Spotify and Apple Music. You can type in Luddie Saint and there are songs that will pop up on there, because some of my songs have made their way on that side of town. Especially like Spotify. I do believe like Spotify, you type in you type in Crazy Quay, CRAZY, which is all what's my YouTuber name. That's my label name. That's like my name I use when I'm a producer or productive or something like that. When I'm not in my artistry, I'm not in the chair, I'm not in the studio.
Back it all up on me. Do your little step like back it on me. Do your
Promote my
little
music
step like
as if I'm the label and I'm the artist. I do it differently. So on that side, you type in Crazy Quay and then Luddie Saint songs will pop up. So I am on Spotify. Make sure y'all look for me, listen to my music, leave a comment, like, share it. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, come in here and come and hurt me so. I just want you to take control. Here we go. Put that shit in drive. Go fast. Do your shit, your dance. Your nasty dance. Come and do it on me. Free with me. Freakily. Beat my little freakily.